Hello everyone, how's it going? So today we are going to look into background estimation, background extraction, background detection, basically understanding the background in a video. So you can see a video up here, uploaded here. It's from a free website called Pixabay. You can go ahead and download it. And we are going to be using these videos in our project today. And this is a very busy street. You can see cars are not stopping. And because of the population, it's too crowded out there. So if you were to extract the background, if one were to ask you remove the background, remove the moving parts, just give me the background, how would you do that? Imagine doing this in Photoshop. The amount of effort someone would have to go in understanding the background behind the image. So it's a pretty daunting task, but let's see how we can do this in OpenCV. So I have this Google Colab file which you can access in your description in the below. And if you're new to the channel and if it's something that is going to help you, do consider subscribing, and we'll see how we can go ahead and go about this. So let me start off with a fresh Colab file, and then I'll reset it to runtime so you can see how it's going to look for you. So the first thing, you're going to be cloning my repo, and it's right here. And this is going to bring out all the videos that we're going to be using for our code right here. So this downloads all the files and it uploads up right here in the Colab files. And by clicking on this, we're just changing the directory and we're opening the background detection directory. And if we refresh this by closing this back again and opening the file directory folder, you can see there is a background detection folder up here, and it should have about 3 videos in it. So you can see busy, highway, and India. So there are 3 videos that you can use and test for this particular project and see how it works out for yourself. So this is background detection, and if I come down here and you can see there is a video called highway. Instead of highway, we'll just test run the India and see what kind of an output it's going to give us. So if I press play, it should take a few seconds and it will give us the output. So you can see now that the image has been cleared of all the vehicles. Imagine, let's go back here, how busy it was, amount of vehicles they were present, and in a few seconds all the vehicles are being taken out and only the background is removed. Now there is some blurriness, there is some errors right here and there. You wouldn't call this as a full production quality material, but it fairly decently did the job. So let's see what's going on behind the code. So we are basically using OpenCV. NumPy is just used for a little bit of calculations, but everything is being done with OpenCV. And we are using this command called cv2imshow. It's because OpenCV has a command called cv2imshow, which allows you to display the images, but that command unfortunately does not work with Google Colab. But Google Colab guys were kind enough to create this code for us, and they create this wrapper, and it's called as a patch. So you can use Google Colab patches and cv2_imshow. So it functions almost like the imshow with OpenCV, but it displays in your Google Colab. So we are using this function right here. And the next step is we're just reading the video capture file and opening up at least 30 frames. So what is happening is basically, instead of reading the whole video, we're just selecting about 30 frames in the whole video and calculating the median or the average of the video of the frames. So when we go back to the video and we see all these images going on, so we're randomly picking 30 frames from this video and then calculating the average. Now what is that average? Average is nothing but the background, or which does not move. Because if you think about an image, or if you think about a video file, all these moving objects are considered as a noise. So these are external objects which are being added to the image, and these can be simply considered as noise or foreground object. And in order for us to remove the noise, if we go back and just look into the median of the images, we'll come back to the base value of the image, which is nothing but the background. So the calculation is very simple. We just take down 30 frames, we create that frame, and we create this array called frames, and we save all those 30 frames in this array called frames, and then we use this numpy function called median, and it just goes and calculates the median of all the matrices, because images are nothing but matrices, so it's calculating the median or the average of each of all the images in that frame, and it saves it into this background frame, and that's it. We're just displaying the background image right here in the frame for us. Now let's see how we can do for another video, and we have this other video pulled up here again from Pixabay, and you can see how busy the street is as well, and you can see how many cars are moving per second, and it's a very fast moving video. So let's see how we can go back and change it, and that video is named as busy in this collab, and you can test it by using busy. And let's see, let's play this and see what kind of an output we're going to be getting out of this. So you can see it's a still image without any cars, without any vehicles moving on the road, and it's a simple road, and it's a very nice, decent, clean picture, very clean picture. And if we compare that with the original image, video, you can see the amount of cars that it's moving, and imagine extracting the background out of this image. So that's what this code did for us, and we will now look into the final video right here, which is going to be highway, HIVWGHWAY. Don't go by my spellings. Okay, so you can see right here there is this video which is playing a which has a bunch of cars moving in, and for some reason it's hung. Okay, so it's now loading, and you can see the cars are moving on this highway, and if we were to extract the background, it should be just the highway without any cars on it. So let's go back into the collab and see how this code is going to work for us. And if you play this button, it should give us the highway right here without any cars and just the background. It's even extracting the shadow, and it's not only removing the cars for us. So that's how this background detection algorithm works, and it's a very simple calculation. It's just understanding the fact that background is nothing but the base value, and everything else which comes on top of it is nothing but noise. And if you want to remove the noise, we just calculate the average, and it removes those extra erroneous peaks that come in, which are nothing but foreground objects in the video. So with that, I come to the conclusion of this video. If it's something that is helping you, do consider subscribing. And if it's something that you want to work on, and if you have any certain projects that you are interested in and you're concerned about, leave a comment in the description or leave a comment in the video below, and I'll be happy to help you. And I'll be happy to look into these projects for you. So with that, I come to the conclusion. You guys take care, stay safe, bye-bye.